Merry Grinchmas, everyone. You're coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. Maybe it's your first time, maybe it's the first time in a few years, or maybe you come all the time. But welcome back to Universal Studios Hollywood, and you're coming for the holidays this year. So you're probably like, what's going on during the holidays, and how do I best prepare for my trip just to be the best of my family, solo trip, or whatever trip you're coming with? We are here to help you guys. So today we're going to talk about the tips that I would give anyone if you're coming to Grinchmas 2023 at Universal Studios Hollywood. First tip is arrive early. This one sounds pretty basic, but it's a big fact that basically you're going to have to park, right? So you're going to have to weigh in the parking, then you're going to have to park your vehicle, then you're going to have to walk from your vehicle to the front of the park, and then you're going to have to do security along with doing a check-in at the gate with your ticket. So this is all going to take you a little bit of time. So you want to arrive at the park at least half an hour before you actually want to be at the gate. That'll be my advice. You're just going to have things that you run into, including lines at the gates when you're parking, along with other little things like, let's say, security's backed up, but there's only a few security lanes open depending on the day. Sometimes they just don't have that many gates open. So I would prepare and be there at least 30 minutes before you want to be at the gate, just so that you are there early for whatever you're doing. Next is also, you're going to make a choice in the morning. If you're going to want to see the Grinch, and it is not a weekday, so this is a weekend. On weekdays, you can see the Grinch and there's not that much of a line. But on weekends, if you're going to meet the Grinch or go on Mario Kart, you're either choosing one or the other in the morning. If you're going to do early access, then great, go enjoy Mario Kart and then come back and see the Grinch later, but you're going to have to wait to see the Grinch then. There will be a line for the Grinch. And if you see the Grinch in the morning, right when we're opening, which when I went, he opened about 15 to 30 minutes after the park actually opened, you're still going to be waiting about an hour to see the Grinch. So at that point, it becomes a game of, do you want to wait for the Grinch in the morning, or do you want to wait for him later, or do you want to go in Mario Kart? So just giving you guys that heads up for the Grinch or Mario Kart is basically going to be your options. On weekdays, it's a little bit easier, but as we get closer to the holidays, guys, it's just going to get busier. At least that's what I've seen in the past. I also want you guys to be aware that there are less show times during the weekdays. So you're going to come during the weekdays, and sometimes they will have only one tree line show, maybe one castle show at night. And some of the Grinchmas shows don't even happen during the weekdays, at least in the first few weeks of the event. So I want you guys to be aware that if you're going on weekdays, obviously there'll be less people, but there's also going to be less entertainment and less offering of said entertainment. There'll only be one Christmas line most weeknights. So just be prepared for that you're only going to be able to see the show once. If you miss it, you're going to have to come back another day. After that, let's talk about food. So you're going to want to get food, and that at the normal carts, you have to wait online like everyone else. But if you want to save some time or go on an attraction and then get some food, there's also mobile ordering. Most restaurants now at Universal, with the exception of the Toad Cafe down at Mario and a few others, there's a mobile ordering on the app. So just go on the app and you can order any kind of food you want. So right there, you can just order, and that will save you some time. Or if you're in line for something or about to go on an attraction and order food, and by the time you're out and walk over to the restaurant, it should be ready for pickup. So that's a good advice of saving you some time if you don't want to wait in these giant lines to grab some food. And that even works on butterbeer at the Hogsmeade restaurant. But you have to mobile order it, and you could probably get a butterbeer just from that and save yourself a few minutes. I also want to say that you can get the cast members. They will take photos for you, so you can give them your phone and they will do it for Max, the Grinch, any of the characters you're meeting at Christmas time, and just generally they will take your phone and take a picture for you. There's also a lot of times these professional photos, they would do that. You can do it for about $50, I think, for one day. But if you're an annual pass holder, if you didn't know, it's about $70 for annual pass holders to get a photo pass. Now, you can also do this if you're coming for a few days and don't want to pay $50. You can pay the $70 fee, get an annual photo pass, and bam, for the 2-3 days you're staying there, you can get all your photos, every single one of the Grinch, all the rides, all that. So if that sounds like a good thing for you, great. These are not prints, these are only digital, but you can normally now, for pretty cheap, get these professionally developed. So I would do that as an option. And I would also just say that, mainly get your attractions done in the morning and have shows for the afternoon. There's a good amount of shows during the holidays, and I would wait for those in the afternoon so that you can get your favorite attractions done. And then, just enjoy the rest of the day at the park. So those are my tips and tricks. It's mainly just getting there, arrive early, make sure you know where the attractions are, and try to do everything in that area that you can before you leave. You can always come back, obviously, but the lower lot, especially if you're going to do something in the lower lot, try to get everything that you can possibly done there. Because I want to say getting down the escalators takes about 10-15 minutes, depending on traffic. And that's just one way. So that's basically half an hour cut out, just going down and up just from that. So those are my advice for the holiday, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful Grinchmas. And yeah, if you guys see me at the park, say hi. See you on another journey.